Yo, what's up, and welcome to episode 187 of the 30% podcast. Now, Sam has a problem with me saying I go by a fine African man, so I'll just say I put the body in Onyebadi. My co-host
That's infinitely worse. That's worse. I would, if I had to choose between. Oh, don't do that again.
No. My co-host goes by Sam, the Jedediah Are, and together we form the 30% podcast, a podcast we started as two music producers who just want to see the Kenyan music narrative talked about more. We want to see Kenyan artists paid more and played more, and we want to see the percentage of Kenyan music being played on the radio stations higher than 30%. Sam, you're speaking to the person who puts
that was
body.
Don't repeat it.
I put body in Onyebadi. That's the new tagline.
I am. I don't know if you can hear it.
The cold caught up with you.
Last week,
I was bigging you up.
Yeah, last week I announced. I'm like those footballers. Have you seen those compilations of guys who like score? I mean, they celebrate before they score.
Yeah.
I celebrated before I scored, man. Actually, no, I didn't. So what happens was the cold had died down. The cold had died down. I started taking medication because ginger obviously wasn't going to be enough. So I started taking other medication. I didn't finish it.
This is where you go wrong.
I didn't finish the medication. I took the first 3 days, morning, afternoon, evening. It was one of those joints. And then after the symptoms were gone, I was gone. And I thought I was okay until the weekend. It was a mess. It was a mess. I'm just feeling so bad. My voice sounds terrible. My throat. Yesterday it was hard to swallow. Just dreading life and everything. But apart from that, listen, hey, we're alive. There's people who are worse in the hospitals. So
that's facts.
I thank the almighty Jah.
That's facts. I mean, not to sound self-absorbed, please don't give me your cold.
Oh yeah, I have masks somewhere.
Please don't give me your cold.
Potting with mask is just not good, but I would have done it, man. Listen, hey, if you just pray that your immune system is good. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I would have caught it from last week and I didn't. So
No, but now it's worse. Now it's infinitely worse.
Yeah, but you would still have been shedding. So
shedding.
Yes. You're just shedding all your bacteria.
The viruses are in the air.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but
so aside from that, yeah.
Apart from that, I'm alright. I'm cool, man.
What fun things have been going on in the life of Sam?
Nothing interesting. I haven't gone out in such a long time. I haven't gone out for shows. The last show I went out for was the one that we went to at in Westlands. What's his name? The guy you're working with.
Oh, Genesis. Bro, I was like, what? I was like, who are we talking about? Oh, yeah, Geno.
Yeah, Geno.
Yeah. Mr. Geno.
Yep, that's the last show I went for. I wanted to go for a bunch of them this week, but then I don't stress myself, man. Maybe I will. Maybe tomorrow I might try and sit. No. I'm all right, man. I'm just at home. I've just been at home. Being at home, working, making music, looking for opportunities, grinding, critiquing the government, how it goes for millennials and Gen Zs.
This is the week to critique the government for sure.
It's coming up on the anniversary of.
Yeah.
Dang, that was a time too.
I know, man. But time flies.
It's so surreal. Like thinking about it is so, yeah. Is it?
Yeah, 2 years, 2024. Yeah. Time flies when you're not having fun.
Some guys didn't have fun, man.
Yeah.
And obviously this time will be really painful. Some of the guys, some of the anniversaries of the people who lost their lives. But yeah, I don't know if anything is going to happen. Honestly, I feel like. Did anything happen in the anniversary last year?
I think so. But like, I don't know.
It's iffy.
It's iffy. Yeah, it's very iffy.
Let's just hope it's again peaceful.
For sure.
Yeah. Apart from that, just been chilling at home. What have you been What have you been up to?
Consuming media. That's all I do. Been watching World Cup, been watching Love Island. Which one do you want to start? First of all, there was somebody in the comments.
You're asking which one do you want to start? Like, I participated in Love Island.
No, shout out to Holy Sister in the comments. I just shushed you. That was so mean.
That's crazy.
Holy Sister was
That's
like,
crazy. We'll fight.
In the comments saying she lives for the Love Island debriefs. Yeah, I'm vindicated. Thank you. So,
shout out to Holy Sister.
I'm going to start with Love Island.
Go ahead, man.
I'm just going to keep this brief. A lot has changed has happened since we last talked. It's Casa Amor now. If those of you who know about Casa Amor know about Casa Amor, they brought in 12 men for the women. And then,
how many women?
6 women. They brought in 12. You wouldn't understand.
Why would?
Anyway,
I wouldn't.
Just choose not to actually. Casa Amor is about to go down. And then also, listen, I know how people feel about Anaya and KC. I won't say exactly how I feel. All you guys need to know is they need to end. Anaya and KC need to split, and I hope both of them find other people for each other. Aside from that, it was pretty. I mean, Zach is annoying. Him and Bryce are having like some really like crazy like bromance going on. But in general, I don't like Zach. We don't like Zach in this house. Another person we don't like is Kenzie in this house. So make sure you don't like Kenzie and Zach. And Corbin. We also don't like Corbin.
I've not
but
seen
it's kind of
a lick of Love is no. Which one are you talking about?
This is Love Island. Oh. USA, by the way.
Love Island. I haven't seen a single. I might have. No, I've never watched a single. It's just Love is Blind. I think I was pressured into watching by this.
Try Love Island, man. Love Island
it's just really it's just all useless drama and people playing with each other's hearts. I don't like that.
Anyway, all I'm going to say is Tierra. That's all that needs to be said.
Oh, jeez. Every episode there's one. Every episode there's one.
Aside from that, last week we were saying how we weren't feeling the World Cup fever. I'm feeling it now.
No, you're feeling
I'm feeling it now.
I think it was just waiting for round 2. It was waiting for round 2 of the matches to get heated up. And start going. It's been going, honestly. Oh,
Messi's the goal.
The one Ronaldo fan is hating.
You have to be delusional.
I hate that.
To be a Ronaldo
fan. And that's what I don't like. I don't like it on social media as much as it's fun, right? And it's both sides are being proved, right? Messi has been proved to be a fantastic athlete,
to be the GOAT,
and Ronaldo has been proved to be a little bit more aged. You know, he's not able to perform as much as he used to in sports, and so there's that. But then, why every single time you see Messi and you click on like Twitter, a Twitter post, and you go down, it's something about Ronaldo. Like, can you let them?
But their fates are intertwined.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Let Ronaldo live. I'm not fighting for Ronaldo because I never really liked Ronaldo since the Manchester United days.
But you're feeling bad for him. You're empathizing for him right now.
Sort of, but not really. Sort of. But then I just don't like. I want what it is I want Messi's legacy to be independent of Ronaldo's.
It can't be.
Attempts.
I'm sorry, attempts. That's crazy.
That's what I want.
No, but it can't be. Like I said, the fates are kind of intertwined.
Nah, man, but
they always have
turned it a hat trick in the first game and then a double.
And then shout out to bro was like, yo, I'm not breaking the record with a penalty. I want to break the record with ethical goals. Something that
I don't believe that though, because I was watching that whole match and Messi was not himself. Like, he was passing the ball to random people. He wasn't 100%.
Making a bunch of mistakes.
Yeah, but if a bunch of mistakes gets him 2 goals.
But aside from the one-sided beef, because Ronaldo is so one-sided. I think
crazy,
bro. I'm really excited for the African countries. Ivory Coast look good. Senegal, man, I've been feeling bad for Senegal.
Haven't Senegal lost twice?
Yeah, but they are so good though.
So they have to beat what, Jordan?
Is it Jordan?
No,
I don't even know who is the
not Jordan. I don't know. Yeah, but they have to beat the other team for them to get a chance in the playoffs.
But it's so unfortunate though, because I feel like Senegal are so good, and they're in a tough group.
Yeah, reports are coming out that they're struggling behind the scenes.
France and Norway.
Yeah, France and Norway. You have Haaland and you have Mbappe. There's nothing.
Yeah,
there's
what are you gonna do about
you're going to do? Maybe if it was Norway without Haaland, then yeah. But then Haaland is just a machine, and
Just
he's
a
going to
machine.
carry the team. That's who he is. But then Senegal, I think they're and this is the problem with the behind the scenes. I think, of course, it's not confirmed. These are my own thoughts. But then going through, like, there's rumors of them they haven't gotten paid their bonuses. The coach hasn't really signed a proper contract. There's just stuff going on behind the scenes, and and of course coming off the was it Morocco? It was Morocco that said they won?
Oh, yes,
right?
Morocco, yeah.
Coming off that, like, the whole organization has been rocked. So you're not automatically going to come to that's not how football works. You're not going to come to a tournament and just shine. There's these things behind the scenes that affect it. So unfortunately for them.
No, but I think it's more so that they're in a tough
Yeah.
group. But anyway, the World Cup is World Cupping right now. Really is. It feels
It's good, man.
And then also seeing just the videos of like the foreign fans. I am excited. Have you seen I am excited. The
no.
Japanese guy.
No.
Like, I don't speak that much English, but I am excited. It's so
I haven't seen
fun.
that.
Like, just seeing all the like fans like in America, like the Scottish fans in Boston and stuff like that. It's actually a vibe. Like, things like World Cup are nice because it reminds you that, wait, we're all just in this whole thing together. You know what I mean? Like, there's a great unifier.
Apart from Iran. They're not allowed to participate. They're not allowed to participate. That's such a crazy thing. But anyways, it's heating up, man. We'll see how 4 teams have made it to the round of 32, which is wild that there's another round of. Usually it's the round of 16 that's next, and now it's the round of 32.
Capitalism.
Hydration breaks. Yuck.
The hydration breaks suck.
When it's raining too. Can you imagine? Like, taking hydration breaks when it's raining. Anyway.
Wait, that's actually the irony of that is insane.
It's ridiculous.
But you guys didn't tune in to this podcast to hear us talk about Love Island and World Cup.
Definitely
you tuned
not
in
Love
to
Island.
hear our amazingly astute takes on the music industry,
think that's how you-
specifically
that's not
the
how you-
Kenyan music industry.
That's not how you say that word. That's not how you say
How
it.
do you say it?
Astute? Is it astute? I have to check now.
Has to be like what? Why is
It
he
is
checking
astute.
me? It has to be astute.
I was fact checking.
What did you think it was? Astute.
Just continue. Just continue.
We're going off the rails.
Yeah.
So during the week, I saw a video and I sent it to Sam immediately because I was like, yo, this is something that we really should talk about on the podcast. So Mbarathi, I don't know too much about him, to be honest, but
He's a
Sam seems
producer.
to know about
He's
him
been
a lot.
around, and he's also done like a whole bunch of corporate stuff. I also don't know too much about him, but then I think I've been around him a few times, and I've been at his studio.
Yeah.
Back then where it was, I don't know whether it has moved, but yeah, he's in the industry. He's been in the industry for a while. He's an engineer. He's worked with a few artists. He has experience.
And yeah, so basically he's creating content. A lot of producers do this where they say, okay, now I'm gonna start. Well, we literally decided to start a whole podcast talking about the industry.
Yeah.
So now he's doing these tidbits where he gives his opinions on what's going on, like in the music industry. And he did one video that I actually found very interesting, and I'm gonna play it right now on the podcast. So here we go.
Kenyan artists are becoming brands before they become artists, and it is creating a very, very interesting problem. Over time and over the past few years, the pressure to look successful has become almost equal to the pressure to sound good. People are doing photo shoots before rehearsals. We're looking for brand partnerships before audience building. We're going for aesthetic before artistic identity. And while visibility matters, there is a growing danger in building image faster than substance, because eventually the performance catches up. Audiences may be initially impressed by presentation, but they hang around for consistency. They stay for depth. They hang around for their experience. The artists that are lasting the longest, those with high shelf life, are not just marketable. They are developed. For anyone who may not know me, I am Mbarathi. I am a sound engineer / mix engineer. I'm an educator and a creative industry practitioner who is passionate about building stronger sound, better systems, and more sustainable careers within the Kenyan creative industry.
Anyway, you guys get the gist.
Went into some very
No, but I get it. I get it.
I mean, it's his platform.
So I wanted to find out what you think about it and just bring this onto this platform. Because I do think it's very compelling. Where I've also noticed that there is a very fast, like there's a fast track approach in our industry where you make a hit song and then all of a sudden it's like there's the weight of this whole expectation for you to be like the finished article.
Yeah.
And within next to no time, it's like the artist development process is fast tracked. And this person is out here trying to create this perception that they are already like the finished article. You know what I mean? And I think it can be problematic because then we have a lot of unfinished products trying to perform at the highest stage. I don't know why
Yeah.
you're laughing.
No, because I'm thinking about all the unfinished products that we have currently.
So do you think
the
there's some
industry.
credence to what he's saying?
Oh yeah, for a fact. I think this is this has been one of at least my major gripes with the instantification. I feel like I just put "ification" after everything. Instantification of artistry these days, where an artist, it's brought about by technology. So technology has made everything easier, right? And so more and more talented people have access to what previous artists only had access to. Sorry. More and more people have access to only what previous artists had access to through labels and through organizations that are championing the music. So now everything is like, I can pull out my computer, download a file, and legally, and and all the plugins, UAD and all of them legally.
100%.
Exactly. And then I can put out, I can release music, right?
Yeah.
What happens at the end? So that's, you have the artistry on this side, and then you have the acceptance for the fans on the other side, and then there's a line dividing. What happens at the other side is not going to be, the reception from people is not going to be different. Like if you have a hit song, but if me and you both have a hit song, right? And I went through a label and I did the whole
shebang.
Exactly. I did the dancing like they're making Manasseh Shalom and them do on what's it called, on the Tusker
Base to Billboards.
Base to Billboards. That whole project, right? I did all of that, and then after that, I created a hit song. You downloaded the file legally, and then you made your song. You made your song, and you released it, and they both hit. Same number of plays, same number of the fans at the other side do not care. They are not looking at Afam as, I'm not going to listen to this song as much because it seemed like he came, apart from the people who are really obsessed with industry plans, but then identifying them. But then, what I'm saying is that on the other side, people don't really care, right? And so the problem with that is there is very little justification or incentive for an artist to go through that process, as well as labels to take artists through that process now. So all we're doing around is shopping for numbers and hits and stuff like that. Now, that brings us to what he's saying. What he's saying is the important aspect of developing an artist, because as much as you can have hit songs, for longevity, I think, and I don't know, you can give me your opinion on this, but for longevity, I think an artist needs to find a little bit of refining in their artistry. And that has completely been sidestepped. We have people being called for shows that have released like one EP, two EPs, and maybe one song has done really well, and they've been called for shows and they're performing alongside people who have been in the game
highly tenured in the game. Yeah.
Not to say that that's wrong, but and that they don't deserve that position.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that is then you then it's not as the product, at least according to me, is not as consistent. And
I think the consistency bit is very important, because the music industry isn't about hits.
Well,
I don't think it is.
Well,
or rather, maybe I could rephrase by saying longevity in the music industry isn't about hits.
That's
what I meant to say.
Because the music industry is completely about hits. It's only about hits. That's all they care about.
But because it's what do you do when you're unable to have that hit song? Because you won't always be able to produce a hit song.
And we don't talk about how rare having hit songs is.
It's very rare.
Very rare. What, 300? What's the statistics?
I don't know what the stats are.
Over 100,000 songs are uploaded every single day. Every single day. Now, if you did multiply that by 30 days on the month, that's a lot of songs. And then out of that, a very small amount are going to be maybe in the 20s are going to be actual hit songs around the world. So that's very, very, very rare thing. But I think people are convinced that, I mean, you could just,
but for me,
just have it like that.
For me, it's also about what I've observed is, so an artist comes out and maybe they release a project or two, and then they get like a hit song, right? And then all of a sudden now they have these opportunities to perform at these specific spots and here and there. Or rather, like, there's this like insistent on just really throwing yourself into the machine and like doing so many interviews, and then you're performing
cosplaying a successful artist
and performing here and performing here. But then when I go and watch this artist like perform, I'm like, bro, it's
you
not
skipped
it.
a million steps.
a million steps,
and
right?
Unfortunately, that's something that we see a lot. Currently,
so yeah,
in Kenya.
Just before so that I just don't forget this train of thought, is it's like artists now are using the main stage for practice.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
they're using it for practice. Well, no, that's where you need to be.
They're using it to test the waters. They're using it to see when that stage is supposed. So what you're saying is that stage is reserved for a more finished product.
Exactly. And then there's this like thing that happens, and I know you felt this pressure where you go out to support like specific artists, right? And you want them to do well, but then you go out there and I guess this is like the curse of being a music producer or somebody who engineers or is in the studio with artists a lot. Like, and you go and it's severely underwhelming. And if you express that feeling, sometimes it is. And when you express that feeling, there's a like, I don't know how to put it, but like there's a pressure to always be super encouraging in these spaces, which you should be.
It's something we struggle with in this industry, I think.
Which you should be, but like there can be a delusion where we are going in these spaces and seeing people be like lackluster, and we are still egging them on.
You can't say anything about it. You can't tell an artist, hey, yo, listen, that performance, you maybe hit 3 notes right. The rest of it
was like completely
you were offbeat. There was no synergy between you and your fans. There was no synergy between you and your band. You didn't curate a properly good show. Your set wasn't like, we can't say these things because then it's taken as hate. That's fine. I think people need to. Artists are just very emotional, I guess.
I get it, though.
And here's the thing.
I get it.
I think that's also part of the problem, thinking about it now, because an artist who has gone through, of course, you'll still be emotional, but an artist who has gone through the developmental period where you've had people behind the scenes tell you, hey, listen, this isn't it. Redo it. Redo this.
And I think there's a severe lack of that.
Yeah. Do this again. This work is not fine. Once you get to the stage and a fan tells you, okay, listen, I didn't like this, you're almost tuned. If you're looking at it the right way, you're almost tuned to go, okay. I mean, okay, it does sound like hate. You're hating, obviously, but then maybe there's things I could take and reduce. Artists who have bypassed the whole system and they get on stage and obviously now they feel like because I'm on stage and people are jumping to my music, I've definitely made it. You can't tell that artist that you haven't made it yet, because then they'll feel that almost comes out as
you're trying to bring down their success or
not
like
acknowledge it, and that's a big problem.
And for me, what Mia would say is having a meteoric rise to success is actually very detrimental. I think personally, like a slow burn, a slow build to being successful is way more valuable, just because like there's certain things and certain holes that get plugged and certain things that just make you way better. You know, if you have a hit song today and then all these people are calling you to perform and do all this stuff, or like, bro, like I've been in spaces where the artist doesn't even remember their lyrics,
Can you
is like,
yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't want to be too specific with it, but like I've been in spaces where like
Yeah.
where that's an issue, and I'm like, bro,
But that happens
like,
with bigger artists too, though. Like
it does
top
happen.
artists
It does
yeah.
happen, but it's very minimal. Like for me, and maybe I'm too much of a perfectionist. If you're going on stage, like that can't be a thing, though. It can't be a thing.
That can't be you just figuring it out. That can't
no,
be you.
it can't.
Trying to see how well you know your
Because why does it
songs.
look like you're out there like practicing? Another one is where like you see like artists like in an interview, for example, and there's this very, very minimal PR training. And so they're just saying like a bunch of shit that just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, nah.
ruining the it for themselves. Yeah, man. So now I'm just thinking about whose responsibility is it?
Like the
Because
artist.
Mbarathi
And
makes
the
a
people
very
around
good. He makes a very good point in that's something that we are severely lacking in. Like people are just we're bypassing a whole system. We're bypassing a major part of what makes an artist. What gives an artist substance, I guess, in sitting down and figuring out themselves and figuring out their craft and how they're going to translate their craft. I mean, is it translate? Communicate what they're trying to say. Then who, if you look at it that way, then who is responsible for this? Do we put the responsibility on the artist? Do we put the responsibility on our lack of because to be honest, in Kenya, we don't really have that many structures in terms of doing that. Like we don't have, I've heard of talent agencies, and talent agencies shouldn't be managing artists. I don't think so. I think artists should be managed by people who know music, not people who are just concerned with talent. I've heard of talent agencies. I've heard of production houses signing people. There are these small labels here and there, but we don't really have a culture. Back then, I think they used to, in the days of Ogopa DJs and them, they had that culture with the producers that were there. Just how they went about it sort of had that. But then now I feel like it's not. So do we put it on the lack of labels, or do we put it on the artists, or do we put it on like the critics, like and the people who are championing Kenyan music, to be honest with the artists as well?
I think all of those people have like a role to play.
Yeah.
As well as the fan bases.
Fan bases too, yeah.
For me, it's also why. Why is this happening? That's the thing that I need to know. Like, why is there this? So there's this whole conversation. So this is just me drawing a parallel. Which Sincere does a lot on Love Island when his hand goes up.
Hey yo, can we not bring Love Island?
Sorry. When he does this, you know he's lying. Anyway, so there's a parallel here. That I'm just getting, like in the past there was children, there was tweens, so the kids who are between like 10 and 13, and then teenagers, and then adults, and there was media that these people all consumed, and there were ways in which these age brackets all like interfaced with the world, right?
Yeah, understood culture.
But then of late there has been like an erasure of that tween age range between like the 10 and like 14 age range.
Some 10-year-olds out there are flagrant how they're
exactly
acting.
And so like now like that age range, it's like they just want to completely skip that and go right into being like late teens and that type of stuff. And it's weird because it's unfortunate because I feel like that's such an integral like period for the growth of a human being, right? And when that is erased, you see a lot of half-cooked adults who have completely skipped the whole one integral part of being a kid.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to draw a parallel with like artists. It's like nobody wants to be in that awkward phase where like you are just starting out but almost achieving like your max potential. Everybody wants to go from just starting out to I'm already up here.
Yeah.
And that just builds for a really undercooked like individual. And I think we need
and
to
an individual
stop.
without longevity, like the moment anything pushes up against their art, it just disintegrates and it falls flat.
And you know what that buffer was? Like things like SoundCloud were that buffer in between, like being just starting out and being
okay, in terms of like gaining like some traction, gaining
like there was like back in the day there was a massive emphasis. I remember like the artists I used to consume at the time, in the SoundCloud era, there was like, no, you know what we're doing right now? We're just releasing music on SoundCloud before we even start like taking things seriously and releasing music on streaming. You know, there was like a buffer period where like artists were okay being, you know, yes, I have like a small fan base, but I'm still not exactly there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I still have work to do.
But nowadays, it's like
the moment I get
to
the
like,
moment and the moment you get numbers, it's like, okay, my work is done now. Now I can be I can be a professional artist. Guys like Chris Brown and them, because Chris Brown released his first songs, like his hit, when he was really young. I think he was very young when he released.
He was a teen.
Yeah, when he was a kid. Even Justin Bieber and them, they were good, right? And they had those hit songs. But they didn't, it wasn't like Justin Bieber had arrived. Behind the scenes, those guys were still being worked on. And they were still being like tuned into the stardom that they were looking for, right? It's not the final. And of course, when you hear Justin Bieber's vocals now and how he sings versus back then, night and day, right? Yeah. Chris Brown, the same, night and day. And that's the even though you get hits, even though you are accepted, let's even remove hits out of it, you're accepted by fans. That doesn't mean that you've arrived. That often is the starting point of, all right, I have some sort of social proof.
Yeah.
I have proof. Now it's to go back and refine everything I'm doing so that I communicate what I'm trying to communicate in the best possible way. I feel like guys are just on vibes, man. Hey, listen, and people are not, and that's the problem.
Vibes and inshallah.
They're not taking the art seriously. So it's very microwavy, and the artists are doing what the artists are enabling the labels to just want to collect hits, because the artists are not even sitting down to think about art properly. All they're doing is releasing hits now. And
the labels are enabling this horrible thing that we're in because they're only looking for polished products.
They're only looking for polished products. So now, if an artist,
toxic cycle.
I've not gone through the whole product line, but then I've created a really good product. They're going to buy it regardless. Right?
It's like a sausage, guys. You don't cook a sausage on high heat. You cook it on slow heat.
Have you ever eaten boiled sausages?
No, like a boiled sausage. Not like a Frankfurter.
Like no, just like an actual like.
Why would you boil? That's horrible. Actually, I've never thought of this. And why would you do? Why?
It's so bland because all the I don't even know why that came up, but all the flavor sips out of a boil. It's terrible. But
some
anyway,
things need to cook and simmer on low heat for seemingly long amounts of time. And I know you're hungry, but bro, like the food is just gonna like, what do they call it? It's gonna reduce.
It's going to develop those complex flavors.
Those complex umami flavor.
Umami. Umami. Yo, the cooking, the culinary industry came up with umami, and they just everything is umami, bro. It's just all terrible.
You need those flavors to
what
just, you know
umami,
what I mean?
Actually?
Umami is a Japanese term, and I think it means just like something that's, it's like
meaty.
Close to tangy, meaty, like
MSG.
Flavorful.
MSG is the umami king.
Yeah.
Through some of that MSG.
Because I think you have
there.
Sweet, you have sour, you have salty, you have bitter, and you have umami. Welcome to the 30%.
Wasn't that whole thing debunked?
What?
The whole... Okay, no, it's the that your tongue tastes...
The four different...
Kids, bro.
They were like, you only taste sweetness on the tip of your tongue. You taste bitterness. Like,
and we did test. And you see, this is the problem with the education system, because we did tests based on that. And if you fail that question, you apparently were not as smart. But everybody was getting it wrong. That's terrible. Anyway, back to umami. No, actually, not what we were saying before umami.
We were just saying that artists need more umami in their life.
Artists definitely need more umami. And the umami is like different labels. The umami is okay. Let me stop saying that. But then we need to get to a place where we are honest with artists, and it's very difficult. Honestly, I think it's very difficult because you also don't want to see somebody who is doing so well, disheartened and
That's also true.
But
you have to find a fine balance.
The other side of that is artists have to have thick skin. The industry will chew you up and spit you out if you do not have thick skin. And part of having thick skin is being told that, hey, listen, you're probably not as good as you need to. You need to do more work. It's not that I'm just coming to you and saying, hey, listen, man, you're not good. It is more of these are the different areas you can improve in. And if you do that, then you'll be definitely flying high.
This is how we find out that Sam will not be a gentle parent. Sam doesn't advocate for gentle parenting.
You know what, I was thinking about this over the weekend because there was a couple of people in there talking about corporate punishment and how a dad doesn't...
not corporate.
Corporate?
Corporate punishment.
We're all going through corporate punishment. This world is just a big corporate punishment. Corporal punishment, my bad, sorry. Corporal punishment, and how like dads don't beat their daughters, but their sons, they get some spanking. And I was just thinking about that. Like, am I going to be that dad? Like, I don't know if I'm going to want to injure my daughter in that way. Not injure. That sounds terrible. I don't know if I'm going to discipline her in that way.
But you would for your son.
Hey, listen, the world is tough, man.
I can't imagine you beating like your kid. Like, nah.
I can't imagine myself doing
Sam
that.
is too gentle for that. But yeah, let's move on to the next. So basically, guys, we always talk about AI in some form, or some way. And recently, everybody has been talking about so I think Karun posted a link on her story.
Yep.
And everyone was kind of talking about it because it was the Atlantic. They've released like this watchdog feature that can detect if your music is in an AI database
that's been used to train.
Okay. So it's not. It doesn't mean that your music was used to train AI,
but it will be at some point,
or it can be, or it could have been.
Yeah.
And you can search. I literally just searched, and 9 of my songs are in there. And it's crazy. These are songs I released in 2020. Like,
how did they? How? What? Who throws them up there? How did they? Where did they find that stuff? Do they have access to our computers? Because that's wild. No. So, is it that as long as it's somewhere on the internet, they're scouring it and they're going to use it? I think
those songs are scraped off of like streaming sites like Spotify and stuff like that.
That's so shady, man. It's so, for what we know art to be and its value, that's such a... Like, guys are just like, hey, I came up with a new technology. Oh, I'm just going through the internet and I'm just going to comb throughout and get whatever I need to get. It's crazy that songs that you created, how many years ago was that?
5 years, 6 years.
Ridiculous. That you've even forgotten about.
And so yeah, like there's all this music. So even Kenyan songs are up there and are being fed into like the AI databases or whatever to create music. And we have certain artists, won't say their names, numerical names, but like we have certain artists who are heavily benefiting from some of these things.
Heavily.
And I'm just like, bro, how?
Some of your faves.
It is a breach on intellectual property, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yes. Every time, if I create a product, every time that product is used in whatever way, the corporate... Okay, why am I saying corporate so much? The... what do you call them? The laws, the copyright laws. Sorry, copyright laws state that wherever, I mean, and I think that's what the basis of
wherever, whenever we're meant to be together. Sorry, I'm one of those friends who just start singing when they hear a word. That's just me. Carry on, Sam. I'm sorry.
What was I saying now? The copyright laws. That's the basis of the... you just did it. The basis of the copyright laws is this song is valuable. Wherever it's used, that value needs to be translated into some sort of compensation for the artist. That's like sort of what copyright law is about. Guys are just up there and just taking it with the guise of this is a new technology, and since we don't have any, and it's very sneaky from them too, I think, because they knew that the copyright laws haven't caught up to the future digital technologies, and I think AI just showed up so fast the copywriters did not, the lawmakers rather, did not anticipate how fast it was going to be. And so they just took advantage of it, and that's why they're combing through the internet and collecting things. And then now we're starting to see lawsuits and on lawsuits.
And the difficulty is, like, you get a song that's been made with AI, right? Or it has been made partially with AI and partially with human input, right? It's so difficult to then backtrack and say, this song was made based off derivatives of these 5 songs, right? And so those people who made those 5 songs deserve compensation, in my opinion, because this final product doesn't exist directly because of those 5 songs.
That's going to be so hard to implement.
But you, it's like sampling, right? You sample from a song, you have to pay the person who song wrote on that song and the producer and everything, right? For me, it's one and the same. It's one and the same, and so it's just a shame that there's so many people who are creating a ton of music, and it's so hard to trace like what these AI songs have been modeled off of. And for me, it's a shame. But hopefully there's technology that's being created to kind of track that a little bit more accurately.
But you see, that would be so difficult. Like for you it was a project that you're working on and you release it online, but it's not attached to you specifically as an artist, right? It's just online somehow. And by that I mean, like, it's like, you know how like we upload to DistroKid and then DistroKid are like the intermediary between the people who are paying the money and you, right? A lot of the music that is being trained, they're just existing online. Like there's no link back to the actual person. So then when you say that there needs to be a technology, that'll be very difficult to implement, because then how do you find those people? And of course the AI model is not coming and say, okay, this one there's no trace back to the original creator, so we won't use it. It's gathering everything and throwing it in the basket and using it still.
Can there be like you know how when they were modeling or when they were explaining to us how blockchain works, and I don't even know how it works. I don't know like the specifics, but there was a whole thing about how blockchain, like there's blocks and then like there's chains, like they follow each other simultaneously, like blocks of information. This is how me understood it. Might be completely off, but there's blocks of information, right? And then based off of, like, let's say there's this, so like a cube, right? Like this surface of this cube has this like a specific
I'm thinking of a cube
data set of information,
it's
right?
One side of the cube.
Yeah, so like let's say this wall of this cube has a specific data set of information.
Yes.
And this wall of information is touching another cube, right? So because of that symmetry, right, you're able to track like exactly where that information is.
Is that what it was?
That's how I was understanding it. I could be completely wrong. So I just bring this example to say, like, what if there's a way, if you could tag music in
NFTs?
Well, no. Like, you could tag music in a way.
That's what they were trying.
That if it's you, like that data, like
if it has a footprint anywhere on the internet,
like
it's tracked back to the original source.
Even if it's used in a different way, whether it's sampling or whether AI has been used to like modeled off of that, like you can see like fragments of that info somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There has to be a way to do that.
Yeah, that would take a lot of implementing, but that would be one of the solutions to that, I think. Isn't that what they were trying to sell us with NFTs? That you can track, if you have a digital monkey, you can track it back to the original creator. And
I think so.
Then guys started screenshotting it. But that's the idea. I guess if you think about it that way, then yeah, maybe that's what needs to be done, because at this point, your art is not safe. On a separate point, I do like the fact that Kenyan music is being used to train AI.
Why?
Have you ever tried to generate African sounding music?
It always sounds horrible.
It sounds so dead, so unalive. So the more we throw in Afam's productions from I don't know how many years ago, the more maybe we'll have a little bit a broader. Now, of course, all I'm saying is the artists they need to find a way to compensate the artists and all of that. But then I like the fact that there's more of our music in there, because for people who are using AI for like positive things, not to scam. If they're using AI for like positive things, that's good. Then they can use authentic.
But in
Kenyan.
the music, like, is there a positive way to use AI?
No. But some people will think that there is. So for them,
that's actually a good question. Is there a positive, ethical way to use
I'm sure we'll
AI
cover it at some point on this
in
podcast.
the creation of music? In this paper, I will talk about it.
Your hypothesis. Let's talk about music.
Let's go.
Let's talk about new music and the releases.
What did you listen to?
Let me pull it up.
While Sam is pulling that
Please,
up.
thank you.
I just want to say I love music, man. Music is the backbone on which this podcast
That's such a hydration.
was built
That's
on.
such a hydration break.
Music is when human beings
such hydration break commentary is what this is.
With vibration of sound waves.
All right, man. Let me save you.
And impart their meaning.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm with it.
Thank you. I was drowning.
you need to stop. All right. We're going to start with. I saw Blinky Bill announcing that he did a song. Is it Blinky Bill or Domani Munga? One of the. I think it was Blinky who announced
Munga's song.
Yeah, but he announced that he did a song. I can't remember it. But then I was like, this is really interesting because, I mean, no, Domani Munga is not the name you would hear associated with the type of production that Blinky Bill does. But Hell of a Night is very interesting. It's very interesting. It sounds very like, of course, it's Blinky sound, very traditional, but with electronic elements. And then Munga came on, and I don't know why he reminded me of like Katito nights.
Mm-hmm.
Like the nights, like traditional music nights. Like he was that's how he was presenting himself. It's not something that I know him to be, but hey, listen, they released a song. It was interesting. The album art was very it looked like it was professionally done. It looked like there was a little bit of thought to it. But yeah, I listened to that. That was cool.
Wait, before you move on, you know, back in the day when I was in high school, we used to have a night. What was it called?
Mugithi.
It wasn't a Mugithi night. It was a night where all of us had to perform music. And one of the things we used to perform, and it was by houses, was Zilizo Pendwas. And I remember our house, we had to perform Sengula we ni Sengula we to, yeah. I was on stage performing. Sisi sote na twakupenda. There's no video. Bro, I remember I was at 10. Tenor? I think I was at tenor. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Your boy was on stage performing. Sengula way. It was such a nice
That was crazy. Oh, Mr. Frank White. Listen, the way this guy moves is interesting. He released a live, of course, this is not like a new thing, but then it's interesting for a hip-hop artist in our current Kenyan climate to do that. And he released a live
of Mafranco.
Yes, Mafranco, Project Fire on Achilles, which was, just really good. It's cool hearing some of the different renditions of his song in that way. Extending the shelf life of music. And that's such a really good way to do that. And then just creating another, creating more within your world for people to interact with, I think, this is definitely one of the ways where if you go do a live performance, do a live show, you release that. I mean, that's not a new thing in the industry generally, but then here we don't see a lot of that. So that's very cool.
And you did say the post rollout is highly important.
And this is sort of part of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to him. It's the code. Yemi Alade and Bien released Don't Be Shy. Two artists who have been around for a while. And I mean that in a positive sense.
Are you calling them fossils?
What would the label call them? What would, like, if a Universal sign them, what would
mainstays?
The label? Try and make it sound good. No, but yeah, they released Don't Be Shy. That was cool. I think LA Vibes, Alexis on the Beat, two frequent collaborators released Celebration. I listened to that. Pigasimu by Boy Black, Osanjo and Nkata Mudoni. like some good Boy Black music. Boy Black is on. I feel like I've said that before, but he's one of the artists who needs to step on the gas because he's very good. I think.
I'm sorry, I have
has
to
potential.
do this, but Boy Black would imply the existence of a man white. I'm sorry, I just had to do it. Carry on.
That was horrible. That was atrocious. That's terrible. There's an interesting project. I don't think you heard this, but I think after this you need to go listen to it. It's called Abadere's Connection by an artist called Daniel Njugi. Now, it's not 100% polished. Actually, it's not, in my opinion, but it is vernacular vocal production on like rock beats.
Oh, okay.
It's like soft rockish rock. Like, of course, it's very experimental. That's why I'm saying that you should go check it out. I just stumbled onto it and it was cool. It's a 4-track project, I think. Let me see. Yeah, there's 4 songs. Iroto, Musa, I'm not going to name them, but there's 4 songs on there. So it's just very interesting seeing people do different things. Let me see. Boy Wale released a song, Boy Wale 4. I don't know why the 4 is there, but Boy Wale 4 released a song called Heart So Cold. He's a rapper from Mombasa who I got to know a couple of years ago. And he's just been releasing music steadily. A couple of Unz tracks. Legs and One Down released Msafiri. Fire. MGM Kenya and Hendrik Sam released All Aboard. There's mad log drums in it. If you're a big fan of log drums, that's your song. You're going to love it. What else? Yeah, I guess you could.
I can tag in. So I mean, you said most of the things I listen to. I listen to Sobarticle by Yalison.
Shout out to Yalison.
Yeah, it's a very instrumental heavy like project. It's a very producer project.
Yeah, it's a producer project. Like guys, and I love that about guys are just like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to stress myself trying to get an artist to rap on this.
Yeah,
I'm just going to slap a vocal on it and I'm going to put it out.
Or not.
More power to you.
Maybe just like I think the last song he was just playing keys. It seems like there is a self-actualization element of this project. It felt like I
feel like it's connected to more. It's not just like
a personal journey.
Yeah, it does feel like a person. Maybe it's because of the name Sobarticle. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
But also just the nature of the music and how he's brought it out, and that's so cool.
Oh yeah, and sabbatical being something related to like.
Maybe I don't know. I'll find out from him actually. That's good. But then it's just cool to see that. An artist can, and this is the fun thing about art, an artist can sit down and create, but then you can feel that through the music and how it's been presented. It's just cool. Anyway, shout out to
Yalison. There's also Sinamawazo by Akoth Jumadi. So yeah, it's really nice. So it's in that like Kasiva Mutua lane, like where it's like live music. It's made to feel like live music.
Yeah.
But you're listening to it on streaming platforms. She hasn't released music in a while, so it was really good to hear from Akoth Jumadi. She's genuinely one of my favorite like artists. Like, because whenever she releases, like I usually pay attention.
Yeah.
She really represents the Kenyan sound in a really good way. Is what I would like describe her as. I also listened to Shakespeare, an EP by GTB.
Was that an EP? That's a long EP.
Okay, well, EP, a short album, whatever you want to call it. So we played.
It's 11 songs. That's a full-length project.
That's a full-length project.
Yeah.
We've played Gtb Emzee on here before. And I liked it because like there was a bunch of different like genres. He hopped on like some cha like what do you call that? Like some baile funk stuff. Like there was a lot of like drill or jazzy club like elements like in there. And then just like the good old trap. Trap is beginning to feel like an afterthought.
Trap has become the little bro. Can you believe? Man?
Like
hip hop had a whole run. Yeah, the whole past decade, hip hop had a run. But man, I'm sorry.
Trap feels like an afterthought nowadays. But I think GTB Emzee is interesting because of his bars. Some of them are just very. I was gonna say like questionable
on the nose, man.
But like it's entertaining at the same time.
That's his thing.
I think my favorite song is Ozempic Ozempic is interesting. He has a bunch of songs with Watenda Willie and UI as well.
Sunset, Obizi.
I want to say my other. I had a second favorite. I swear I did. It's the one that has the sample in the beginning.
This elevator music for you to find the.
I think the song that I'm saying is Dawa ya Mapenzi. And then there's a bunch of different producers on here. August 4, Cap is also here. So yeah, man. Y'all go check out GTB Emzee's Shakespeare.
I think Lil Minor released a song. Probably today.
Really?
Yeah, called Munene, if I'm not wrong. I heard it a little bit, but I've not like really
Oh,
listened
I
to
haven't listened to it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
so he also I think it's today because it just popped up today. But I also want to go check that out. I've not heard that song before, so it's new to me. Anyways.
And the last two songs, I guess I will also shout out Savina and Genesis. They released the song On Me. This is them just experimenting, produced by Cap. So this is a very experimental thing. There's also a video. So y'all go check that out. It's on that like, honestly, never mind.
It's electronic music.
Yeah. It's cool.
Electronic dance music.
Yeah. So I think for me, I want to talk about the pick of the week.
Yep.
Which is still in that Kasiva Mutua like lane. And it's by Liboi. So bro, this is a dope week. I'm like Liboi and Akoth Jumadi dropping.
Yeah.
Like that's cool. So she released the song Nairobi. And I was genuinely like, her vocal presence is amazing, and you can just imagine her performing it. That's the thing. Like Liboi is such a performance forward like artist. Like she's one of those people who you have to see live to fully appreciate the scope of their art.
Yeah.
And I just love the Africanness and the Kenyanness of her music.
Yeah. And the injection of I don't know what instrument that was, but then the solo instrument sounds like a woodwind, but I could be wrong. Some woodwind instrument. It was very nice.
And shout out to Modest Chabari, because he has his hands in a lot of projects, because he was involved in that as well. Oh yeah, I mean, speaking of him, he also released his own song, Corazon. So shout out to him. But yeah, Modest has his hands in a lot of stuff. So dope collaboration. And yeah, man, we want to play the song Nairobi by Liboi. And now that you guys have had a jolly old time listening to the song Nairobi, well, those of you who are listening to us on streaming, thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. But we do have an announcement. Announcement alert. Announcement alert. Announcement alert.
Yeah, we have some cool coming up in partnership with Spotify.
Exactly. Your boys are going to be partnering with Spotify's Greasy Tunes. Now this is going to be on the 18th of July.
Yep.
It's going to be in the Ngara Creative Space.
We'll confirm that, but yes, sounds right.
Yes, it's the Ngara Creative Space.
Sounds right.
But yeah, essentially, we're gonna announce who we're gonna be talking to.
Yeah, it's a live show. We're doing a live not performance. We're not performing.
A live podcast.
Yeah, live podcast.
Live
we're going to be talking to.
Yeah, we're gonna be dancing. Sorry.
I don't know why the thought of that just freaked me out. I got anxiety all of a sudden. We will not be dancing. No, we're going to be talking to some people, of course, bringing the same conversations that we do in terms of just like how as artists can benefit from and grow in the music industry. They're going to be talking to some very, very cool people. And I think it will be a very good conversation. Come through.
Yeah. So
I guess the how to come through, I guess, will be communicated.
we're gonna roll that out as time goes by.
Yeah.
What we can tell you for now is it's gonna be in front of a limited audience, about 100 people. It's not gonna be a ticketed event, so we're gonna communicate. It's gonna be an RSVP based event. But yeah, come through because we're gonna be talking to. All I'll say is we're going to be talking to a really great artist in the scene, and we're going to be talking to a Spotify representative, somebody who is really well tenured in the music industry.
Yeah.
And has like a huge involvement in the Spotify Equal series that they have. So it's gonna be a really nice opportunity to also, like, as much as it's gonna be like an experience where we learn from these people, it's going to be a moment where we can network. I think this podcast is built on us kind of like, removing the veil of what the music industry is. And so one of those ways is being in spaces where music industry people are and having an opportunity to talk to them.
Yeah.
And so aside from the podcasting experience, there's also going to be an opportunity to network with yourselves and with the people who will be speaking. But I think actually for me, what I've learned about networking, it's really good to, it's actually even more valuable to network with people who are on your like same level, like people who, you know what I mean? Like, but some people have this whole like
Similar interests and things. Yeah.
Some people have this insistence to network upwards, and it's like, I only want to talk to somebody who has already made it. But actually, the real value is talking to people who are just like at the same level as you, because those are the people who in 5 years, both of you guys will be doing like amazing things. And when you network with them now,
Network is like it's like creating foundations for you to put ladders and whatever on to climb upward. So like it's very important in terms of solidifying some of those relationships and stuff. So yeah, definitely you can come kick it with the boys and the guests. And yeah, man, it should be a good time. It'll be a first live event too. So if you want to be part of that, we'll continue to communicate the details as they come out soon. But yeah.
I believe it's called Visit Ngara. But anyway, your boys are gonna be live,
Thank
man.
you for confirming that.
We're gonna be live, guys. It's kind of
yeah.
crazy, man. But yeah,
Afam will definitely use that moment to be sentimental. I don't know if I'm going to.
You might see a few tears.
Fight against it in a live, because that would be so mean. Like I'll come off mean in person, but please, just at least don't cry. Okay, wait until the show is over before you cry.
No, but can you believe, Sam, we started this on a phone call 3 years ago where we were like, we want to just talk about the Kenyan music industry, and now we're going to be in front of a live audience.
But you don't have to cry about it, though.
I might cry about it. I might shed a few tears. So come shed some tears with us.
I'm shedding a few tears now.
Yeah, because I'm amazing.
3 C's.
Oh yes, the 3 C's. You would rush me, Sam. I'll take my time.
All right, man. I'm going to walk out. I'll just walk off. You'll be here putting by yourself.
Okay, yeah. So for those of you who are new here, I usually like to end the podcast with the 3 C's, which is just kind of a mantra that I devised for myself.
Munch is a really good producer.
He is somebody who we used to really try and model ourselves against business-wise. Very, very horrible times. Anyway, so basically, Sam knows what I'm talking about. The first C is consistency. Always be consistent in your art. If you are not consistent, trust me, you will go nowhere. It doesn't matter how talented you are, you have to be consistent. That's what that's what builds longevity. Number 2, confidence. Always be confident in your art. I know this creative thing is difficult. Like sometimes you look to your left and your right and you're like, oh my God, this person is doing this and this person is doing this. But I always remember the stuff that Jimmy Iovine said in that Dr. Dre documentary. And he was like, like an artist has to be like those horses with blinds on their sides, where it's like, don't focus on what these other artists are doing. Focus on what you're doing. So you have to be confident in your own thing. And I promise you, people will feed off of that confidence and will be, they'll be the people who consume your stuff. And lastly, craft. Always find some time to work on your craft. We have 5 minutes to spare, so do something small. Sometimes you can't like lock in and have a 2-hour session making music, but maybe you can have a 5-minute session watching something or learning something that helps you be better. Sam?
That's true. I was actually watching there was a guy who was talking I think it was yesterday. There's a guy on YouTube, a guy who was talking about the difference between people who are successful in creativity and like dreamers. and a lot of us end up in the dream pool. And he said the difference for him, at least, he was an idealist. Like, he knew how to take photos, but then he didn't know. I wish I could find him, but then he didn't know. He thought he spent most of his time like planning and figuring out. So he was watching YouTube tutorials, and he knew everything he needed to know about it. But then he went up to a pro. He signed up like for one of these like courses with pros where they talk to you, and then the pro just told him, "All right, this is cool. Throw it out. Let's go and take photos." And that's how he actually became good. And then now he's like a very successful
by
artist.
doing.
Yeah, and so that's essentially what Afam is talking about. Is
I had a bad joke.
let's end this before you have the chance to take it. So thank you guys for listening. We'll communicate more about the Spotify Grizzly Tunes. We're really excited about it. We hope you guys come through. If you can, bring a friend. Tell a friend to bring a friend.
Tell a friend to bring a friend.
Exactly. And just come and hang out with us and talk. And yep, that's the end of what we have today. Are you done? I'm just scared. Are you?
I am done.
All right, thank you.
So yeah, we'll see you guys on episode
anymore.
188. Oh my God, we're close to 200s, man. Crazy. But we'll see you.
Yep.